about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and there he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skilled by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix.
Iguodala running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix. Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden Barrett and an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello viewers out there, you're welcome to Sports Orbit, reach you from Leadership TV. My name is Afacho. Salisu Usman is right here with Salisu. Welcome to this wet Friday edition of Sports Orbit.
Yeah, wet indeed. Abuja is to say it's really wet. But thank God it's Friday. Can't wait for the weekend.
Yeah. All right, we'll begin straight from the CHAN 2023 qualifiers, where Home Bay Super Eagles head coach Salisu Yusuf is confident that his team will secure a place at the championship come next year in Algeria. The Eagles lost 2-0 to the Black Galaxies of Ghana in the first leg of the qualifying round fixture last weekend. Both teams will clash in the reverse fixture on Saturday, that's tomorrow, at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. The Eagles will need to score 3 unreplied goals without conceding to overcome the Ghanaians. So tomorrow is the return leg of this interesting encounter. Do you think these Eagles can score 3 goals without Ghana having to put 1 behind our own net?
Well, I like the optimism of Salisu Yusuf, but I doubt his capability. I like that he sounds very confident that he can outturn the result. I doubt that he has that capacity and the capability to upon that result. I doubt it. But well, in a game of football, you can't say it is fully over, even with 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Well, as far as the referee is still on the pitch and the players are still on the pitch, anyone can still be hopeful that yes, this can definitely happen. So that's why we're talking of still 90 minutes of play. So 90 minutes of play, even with 2-0 down, things can still be working if you really mean well and you have the capacity to do it. But for me, for the Ghanaians, like the Ghanaians are already celebrating their qualifications for Algeria. Well, let's see how it's going to go, but it's going to be a very, very, very difficult, just like I said last week. And if Salisu Yusuf and his team are able to turn this result, it will definitely be the 8th miracle of the world.
I agree with you completely. That match comes up tomorrow right here at the Moshood Abiola Stadium. And
sorry if I can add, Salisu Yusuf who need, if for that team to even succeed, they need the whole support of their fans.
Yeah.
But if you agree with me, we're in Abuja here. If you look at it, there's like I said, there's no any plan or there's any build up to that match. There's no any awareness. So there's no any Nigeria. I don't even see any other of the match. So I don't even think either the Super Eagles will be able to even have 200%, 200 spectators behind them on the pitch. So in their camp, that is why I always found watching in the NFL in their action. If you are desperately wrong, you are need that you wanted to do it. So what you do is to mobilize who fans and ensure that the fans get to the stadium and get behind their teams. You can't underestimate the power of fans. Football is all about fans. So, but I don't see any awareness. There's no any plans or build up to all that match. So I doubt if Salisu Yusuf or even the Nigerian Football Federation themselves are even ready to get to to qualify for the championship.
Completely. I mean, you're playing a match of this match.
If you look at it, all we are hearing is just about election. Everybody's buying for. So,
right away from that down to the NFF presidency, like we just said briefly where Peter Said Idadas, former Nigerian international, has rolled out, what is called an 8-point agenda if he being elected into office. He said Nigerian football needs surgery in 2 ways: the national team and Nigeria and the league must be fixed. According to him, I pledge to work with people at various levels of society, government, corporate world to do all in restoring the pride of Nigerian football. He said, if I become president of the NFF, I'll propose and undertake to establish a world-class football center at the national level like Morocco's Mohammed VI football center that features world-class equipment and accommodation designed to develop high-achieving football stars. So, Peter said either one of the contenders for, the NFF presidency.
Like we said on Wednesday, where he declared his intention to run for the president, I say no doubt about it, eminently qualified to be the president of Nigeria Football Federations. But what remains either will be able to convince the delegates, the 44 of them, to vote for him. It's another different ballgame. That is the main thing. It's not about rolling out the program or rolling out the agenda. Yes, it's good to put the car behind the car, how do we put it? But for him to roll out that, we know whether he roll out agenda or he roll out the program, we know that he already have an idea, has a plan.
Of course, yeah.
To upon the fortune of Nigeria Football Federation, Nigeria football. But what really matters is we urge him to get into actions and go out there to convince the delegate. It's not about the whole Nigerian. It's not like the general election where every Nigerian, every Nigerian voter is qualified to vote. This particular election is restricted to just 44 people.
Yeah.
It's only 44 wise men and women that will select who becomes the next president.
Exactly.
So the onus lies on Peter's side to be able to convince these 44 people. And I'm afraid, because based on the antecedent of the history of Nigeria football, of the football election in this country, it is always pretty difficult for the outsider to break in.
Exactly.
To break in. Although even though somebody was even asking either based on the current status of the Nigerian football, who say that you must be a member of the board, you must be among the executive committee member, or you must be a financier of football before you can be to qualify. And he answered that question and said that he has been preparing for this battle for the past 15 years. That he has a club in River. Although I'm not aware of the club, don't know the club, but he has a club that everybody should go and ask Nigeria Football Federation either he has a club or he has a club. That he has been a financial football club in this country. So he has, for that nobody can disqualify him. So that is step one. If he has that, step he has achieved that. But all left for him now is to convince these 44 wise men to vote for him. And
Exactly.
and it is going to be a very difficult task. You need to do a homework, background work.
A lot.
You need to convince these men who, although all of them, one is that all of them, if Mr. A is here, all of them are going there. They're all, you see them here, at every point of operation. But only God knows where they put their tents.
All right. Wait from that now where, report reaching us suggests that Nigeria might be hosting the Nations Cup after Guinea was stripped of that the right to host that.
What?
But even if we are we prepared, Nigeria as it is now, is Nigeria prepared to host any tournament as it stands?
Well, Amaju Pinnick in his usual characters, if you remember, sometimes ago, about a few weeks ago, when he come on and said that Nigeria would likely submit a joint bid with the Republic to hold the competition, that CAF is likely going to strip Guinea of their hosting right. But the CAF at that time came out. That's about 5 or 4 weeks came out to debunk that statement that no, Guinea they will not strip the hosting right from the Guinea, and Guinea will go ahead to hold the competition. But after yesterday, CAF, after carrying out the investigations on the West African Guinea preparation for the discovered that Guinea may not be likely ready for the 2025 edition of the championship, and now announced the withdrawal of the hosting right from the competition. And that's why people are speculating, okay, since the NFL president have through the card before, that Nigeria is now in good position. And if you're looking around, it's just as if some things are not work. If you look around among the the only country you can mention that can be likely come into the rescue It's either South Africa, Egypt, and for Egypt hosting the last edition, Egypt or Morocco or Tunisia and the others, the North African. But for Egypt, the North African hosting the last edition of the competitions, I don't think CAF will be willing to take the competition back to Egypt, who just hold the last, just hold the 2019 edition. But for West African country, the last time the Africa Cup of Nations was hosted in West African country, it was 2008 when Ghana hosted the 2008 edition, and that is almost about 14 years back. So if if Nigeria is ready and be a big brother in Africa, Nigeria is ready. If you have the facilities and we can't say no, but just like you say, are we either we really have the facilities or we are ready to hold the competition? Well, we have Abuja National Stadium, who is already at the shape. Yeah. But if you are hosting the Abuja National Stadium, it will not be alone with the competition. We still have the
So right now, I can say we just have two stadiums that almost can host.
Gosu Stadium is also ready. But thank God, Federal Ministry of Transport, the government is working on the National Stadium in Lagos. But 2025, we are talking about 3 years from now. But if given Nigeria already, and if Nigeria is really committed, Nigeria government is really committed, I believe we resources everything can be put together, and just probably as far as Abuja Stadium is ready, and the have power, all you need at least two more stadiums put it ready, and I think Nigeria will be ready to go to host the competition. If is our desire at this moment.
Yeah. All right, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Welcome back from that short break. You're still on to Sports Orbit. Now to some volleyball, where the under 19 African nations volleyball and Nigeria seems to be on a revenge mission, as Nigeria under 19 girls say they are ready to confront their Cameroonian counterparts in the opening match of the African Nations Volleyball Championship. They'll go down this evening at the indoor sports hall of the Moshood Abiola Stadium. The Cameroonian girls defeated Nigeria in three straight sets to win the 2021 edition of the championship held in Cameroon. But the Nigerian team coach Elishama Elam says he and his girls are ready to reassert their supremacy over the Cameroonians. The Nigerian girls are hoping for a better outing after the boys' team failed to finish among the top three at the African Under-21 Men's Volleyball Championship in Tunisia. He revealed that the girls are ready to make Nigeria proud at the championship after 6 weeks of camp and intensive training at the Ahmadu Bello Stadium in Kaduna. He said the team has improved consistently after their defeat to Cameroon last year, and it will not accept such a repeat of such. After 6 weeks of preparations, we are ready for the 2022 Girls Under 19 African Nations Volleyball Championship. So, like they are clearly saying, we are going out for revenge.
Well, we wish them well. The bit of it is that Nigeria is hosting the competitions.
Yeah.
And the Moshood Abiola package, the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. The first match, Nigeria versus Cameroon, will get off by 5 p.m. That in the next 40 minutes away from now, the match will get underway. And just like the coach said, that the team has nothing any other thing. Their target is to qualify for the World Championship. The winner and the runners-up of the competition will automatically qualify for the World Championship. But the voting is that the competition is supposed to be at the eight nations tournament. 8 nations are supposed to compete for this competition. Morocco, Egypt, Cameroon, Nigeria, Liberian, Burundi, Senegal, Gambian. But unfortunately, Senegal, Gambian, Burundi, Liberian, probably pull out at the last minute. Now left with only Egypt and Tunisia, only Egypt and Cameroon that come down for the competition. So definitely it's going to be between a 3-horse battle between Cameroon, Tunisia, and Nigeria, and who pick the two slots. So out of the 3 of them, one person is definitely not going to qualify for the World Championship. So Nigeria has to be, and if you look at it, yes, Nigeria is a host, but Nigeria is one of the dominant force in the bowling ball. Nigeria has been hosted consistently, but it's look at that. Egypt is always, North Africans are always having an upper hand when it comes to the bowling ball. So it's left for Nigeria and Cameroon to ensure that they battle out and ensure that not say Egypt automatically qualify, but they need to give Egypt and Nigeria need to give Egypt and Cameroon a run from their more, and more importantly, Cameroon are coming here because having achieved double against Nigeria last year, winning a 3 straight match against Nigeria. So they are hoping that they're going to repeat the same feat again. But the coach say no, that they are not going to allow that to happen. And I agree, and I hope that it shouldn't allow that to happen. We can't lose to Cameroon at their own back home and then come here we are the host and then still losing to Cameroon. So if we lose this match to Cameroon, it's not going to be a welcome development for Nigerian volleyball. And more importantly, that a lot has been put into volleyball in this country because of the president of the Volleyball Federation, who have done fantastically well for the game of volleyball in this country, and need the best way you can reciprocate what Nimro have done in the volleyball is to ensure that you do Nigeria proud and to give the World Cup ticket. And at the same time, even the men volleyball team are also currently in Morocco, also seeking for the ticket to qualify for the World Championship. So which because Elas Shan Elam and his team well, and they need to start on a very good footing within their first match against Cameroon.
All right, to some other stories now. Transfer news where finally Sadiq Umar has made that move from Algeria to Real Sociedad. The club announced that they have signed Suma Sadiq on a 6-year contract. The striker will wear jersey number 25 at his new club. Sociedad paid 20 million euros plus 6 million euros in add-ons to secure the services of Sadiq Umar. So finally, he has made that move. No speculations over the course of the week. Villarreal linking with Villarreal and other clubs, but Real Sociedad finally have, completed that signing.
Yes, we Sadiq Umar well in his new club. It's no longer a new force. It's no longer a straight to the La Liga football. He has been there for years, and now even he has also started the season well with Maria. But I'm only feeling for Maria for allowing Sadiq to move out of that club. The club are just coming to the league, and Sadiq has out of 3 matches has got almost 2 goals for them, and for allowing him to go well.
In exchange, they receive a good transfer fee for each.
It's a good transfer. It's a good business. But the question either is Santana is ideal club for Sadiq to have gone to is another different team. I would have loved to see him in Villarreal, but unfortunately, it's that Villarreal were not able to meet the financial demand. So we Sadiq Umar success in this new club, and I have no doubt in my mind that although football club is not about one person, I hope that he has the support of his teammates to be able to sign.
Yeah, I agree with you. Right, to some US Open news now where Serena and her sister Venus has crashed out of the doubles event in the first round of the competition. The sisters fell 7-6, 6-4 to Lucy Radeka and Linda Noskova from Czech Republic on Thursday night after joining forces for their first US Open since 2014. The sisters have already claimed 14 Grand Slam double titles and won their last together at the French Open in 2018. So for the sisters, their bid to win another doubles Grand Slam fell flat, but thankfully Serena is still in the competition, in the singles.
We Serena Williams well. Serena Williams has announced his retirement plan, but even the other sister, we are not hearing about. The other still want to power on.
Of course, because she hasn't said anything about it.
He has not said anything, but if you look at it, for me, tennis has left her for a very long time.
Yeah.
Left Venezuela for a very long time, and those two sisters, those two Black Africans, Black American Africans, have done the Black race well, and done the Black race proud for what they have achieved in the game of tennis. We would have lost a new Williams, and my wish is for Serena Williams to cap it all, and at the last tournament to cap it all, and I'll get a title. I can't wait that. I wish that he'll be able to power on and get to the final of the US Open. Yes, losing. We have loved to see her both in the double and in the single in the final, but it's good that yes, he has now full concentration to concentrate on the single and power on and wish her. But even the Japan lady Osaka is out of the competition, so with all the top girls who give way for Serena, so now we can cap it all and ultimately make that last Grand Slam that he wanted to equal the record of 24 Grand Slam.
All right, to some EPL news now, where, of course, yesterday in the last game of the midweek games, Didier Iheanacho, of course, actually saw action in that 1-0 defeat to United at the King Power Stadium. Wilfred featured for Leicester, who lost again, and with that defeat, Leicester have lost their 4 straight games. And like we've said so much about Brendan Rodgers here, but after that game, while Brendan Rodgers was in his post-match conference, he sounded bitterly, and he actually took a swipe at the owners of the club for refusing to inject in the club, especially this. I mean, Leicester didn't do any serious bit of transfer business this summer.
No, the signing.
Zero signing.
And so players.
Allow players to go. So he was very bitter.
Yes,
because he knows that soon before you know it, now the club will ask him to leave.
Yes.
So, but of course, he was ready saying, look, you didn't even back me up in the transfer window, so you don't expect me to commit to do any magic.
At the play first, you sold players and you allow him to bring anyone.
Yeah.
So it's wrong. It's still unfortunate because when the Rosada was like, Benzema is not a bad coach.
At all, yeah.
Any club, the very decent coach anyway, he always make his mark. And since he came to Leicester, he has not been a different. He has made a considerable impact at Leicester. Nobody will say it's a failure.
Exactly.
But just like he said, it's clearly shown that the owner of the club were not ready to commit to this project, and it's beginning to show.
Yeah. Right. To some other EPL fixtures go down this weekend. If we have it, let's look at it. So matches will go down weekend, but of course the big one this weekend will be United Arsenal, which will go down on Sunday. Everybody has been talking about that match. As it stands, both teams have been rated as the most informed team because these are the only 2 teams who, so far this season, have won 3 matches straight.
United and Arsenal.
Yeah, so
that's going to be the first major test for Arsenal this season. If Arsenal have what it takes, as people have begin to speculate, some Arsenal fans have begun to say that this is their season. that is too late their season. We are going to see the match against United will really tell the whole story. Yes, United start on the shaking note, but it's like they are pick up and they are having allowed Ronaldo to go his way and they are allowed to rest. So they have put their hands together and they are now you can now see what they are doing. So against Arsenal, also definitely Arsenal have to prove if really they have to if there's a team to back on, their fans have to back on them this season. I'm happy. I can't wait to see that match on Sunday because that will definitely going to show either Arsenal is ready for this season or not.
Yeah. Right. If we have that, can we have a look at the fixtures for the weekend as they go down? Well, interesting. When it was just about 2 weeks ago, a lot of people were actually criticizing United for being 20th on the log, but now with that win, they are 5th on the table.
5th on the table. That is a game of football. And that's the fixture says everything.
Merseyside derby.
Merseyside derby there.
Yeah.
Bradford
Leeds United.
Newcastle Crystal Palace, Forest, and then
Bournemouth.
The two sides are coming to the game on a very bad note. Although Bournemouth draw their last match against Wolves.
Yeah.
So and then they have Forest to contend with. Another
London derby. Tottenham, Fulham.
Wolves, Southampton, Chelsea.
There are lots of derbies. Almost two or three derbies this year. Chelsea, West Ham, another derby, London derby.
Another derby. Britain and
Leicester.
Aston Villa, Man City. That's another potential defeat for
Steven Gerrard.
So that will be they will make it a 5th straight defeat.
Yeah.
So I don't see this Aston Villa be able to withstand the likes of Haaland and the rest in Man City. That is another potential defeat for Gerrard. Gerrard has to know how to look beyond that match. I don't think he have any solutions against the Man City. But football,
exactly. Yeah. Sometimes you just team will be down and just.
I wish you will be able to spring a surprise and take the result against Man City. Beating Leicester, Brent Rogers, yes, we sympathize with him. We feel for him what he's doing at the moment, but for him, he needs to justify either he has a job at the Leicester.
Exactly.
Because if he lost against the Britain again, that would definitely be the end of it.
It's be terrible, yeah. All right, that's all we have for you on today's episode and this week's episode of Sports. Albeit interesting matches to go down. The home-based Eagles will also be in action tomorrow. We hope on Monday we'll come here with at least having to at least qualify for the CHAN and not the Ghanaians. Preventing us from the World Cup and also from
but it's appear that we are heading to that direction.
Exactly, because
let's not doubt Salisu Yusuf and his team. You see, they still have what it takes to qualify. So, while we are waiting for the match against Nigeria, Ghana tomorrow at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, why not just after close of work today? Why not just drive straight to the package of the National Stadium and share the 19 girls volleyball to a victory against the Cameroon? That is where to be to spend your weekend while you are watching this. While this means start on a good note, get to the National Stadium package, very comfortable place, park well, move here and enjoy yourself.
Right, dears, that's our package for this week's edition of Sports Orbit. Salisu, thank you for being in the studio once again.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Right, until come your way next week with exciting edition of Sports Orbit. Stay safe out there. My name is Afa Acho and have a lovely weekend.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.